Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 38 of Bliss Breaks. Yes, yes, yes. Can you believe it's already April? Actually, it's past the middle of April and it's soon going to be May. But before the month runs out, I wanted to celebrate Jazz Appreciation Month. April is Jazz Appreciation Month, so today, that's all I'm doing. I'm doing 5 jazz standards that I absolutely love. And actually, some of the people that I'm celebrating are some of the biggest names in jazz. And some of them happen to also have been born in April. Can you believe that Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, and Duke Ellington, and Duke Ellington were all born in April. Yes, yes, yes. So I get to celebrate all of them today. All right, let's get started with an Ella tune. This song was written by Morgan Lewis and Nancy Hamilton, and it was written for the Broadway review Two for the Show. So it was first performed by Francis Comstock and Alfred Drake, and that premiered February 8th, 1940 at the Booth Theater. So the first recording was by Benny Goodman, but then Ella got her spin on it in 1948. The song is called How High the Moon. And I'm trying something new. Last week, there was static on the line, so I put my playback tracks on my old phone, and I am doing them all that way. Hopefully there won't be any static. Here we go. Somewhere there's music, how faint the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. There is no moon above when love is far away too. Till it comes true that you love me as I love you. Somewhere there's music, it's where you are. Somewhere there's heaven, how near, how far. The darkest night would shine if you would come to me soon. Until you will be still, my heart, how high the moon. Play on, play. Somewhere there's music, it's where you are. Somewhere there's heaven, how near, how far. The darkest night would shine if you would come to me soon. Until you will be still, my heart, how high the moon. How high the moon is the name of this song. How high the moon, though the words may be wrong. They swang it because you asked for it, and they swang it just for you. Till you will be still, my heart. Oh, how high the moon. Yes, how high the moon. And when Ella did it, she went and did this whole scat thing that was really long and changed up the lyrics like the second time around. So I sung a little bit of that. And yes, how high the moon. I had a whole thing picked out where I was going to do songs about the moon. So we got Fly Me to the Moon, How High the Moon, Blue Moon, What a Little Moonlight Can Do. There's a whole Bliss Break 5-song set that could be done about the moon, and many, many more. All right. So moving right along to the next tune. Let's see. Ah, so when I was in college, I went to school to study. I got oh, wow, I got a bachelor's of music. Yes, a BM. I got a bachelor's of music in vocal performance with a concentration in musical theater. So I did a lot of studying, and I went to New York University. So I went to Broadway University, is what they used to call it. And there were a lot of things that I got to do that I still use today. You know, a lot of things that I learned there. And one of the things was doing a bus and truck tour of the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. So I took what would have been my senior year. I took it off, but not really, because I actually got independent study credits. That was wonderful that that all worked out. I got like 7 credits to tour the country in a bus and truck tour. And when I came back in that summer before finishing, I wasn't sure if I was going to continue in musical theater or get an education degree. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I knew that performing, I got the bug early. I knew that I went to school and wanted to do that. And I once I was out on the road, I felt that I needed something. I don't know if it was to fall back on or what it was, but I wanted more business structure. So, but I still kept performing and kept auditioning. And one of the things that happened that summer was I was chosen to be a part of a production of Fats Waller's review, Ain't Misbehavin'. I got to play the Armelia role. And the woman that was putting the production together was Cleo King, who became famous as the grandmother on Mike and Molly. And she also did Boston Public and a whole bunch of stuff. So she actually was directing and producing that production of the show. And we did it at the Fulton Opera House in Pennsylvania. And I loved all of the songs, especially, you know, like listening to the other women sing their songs. And I was like, oh, I love that song. I love that song. One of my favorites in that show was Keeping Out of Mischief Now. And I decided to put together a cabaret performance called Fats, the Duke, Nat, and Me. When I came back, following, let me slow down. Following undergraduate school, I still wanted something more substantial, and I decided to go to graduate school. And I got slow down. I got a Master of Arts. What started out as in a music education, but then again, I changed my mind. I knew music was going to be the foundation, but I kept changing my mind about whether I wanted to go into education or therapy or business or whatever. But ultimately, I got a second degree, a master's degree in arts administration, which I am so grateful that I did, because it helped me to structure my own business and build my business and be able to do that in a way that gives back as well as pays my bills. So it makes me very happy that I used both of my degrees. Because from what I hear, not a lot of people do when they go into the arts for college, for graduate school. But so Keeping Out of Mischief was a song in that. And when I did Fats the Duke, Nat, and Me, I got to sing, you know, my songs from the Charlene role. in Ain't Misbehaving. So I'm gonna stop talking because I'm blabbing tonight. But I'm gonna do Keeping Out of Mischief now. All right. Don't even go to a movie show if you are not at my side. I just stay home by the radio, but I am satisfied. All my flirting days are gone. On the level from now on, I'm keeping out of mischief now. Really am in love, and how I'm through playing with fire. It's you who desire, all the world can plainly see. You're the only one for me. I have told them in advance they can't break up our romance, living up to every vow. Keeping out of mischief now. Don't go for any excitement now. Books are my best company. All my opinions have changed somehow, old-fashioned as can be. For when you really learn to care, there's a thrill in solitaire. I'm keeping out of mischief now. Really am in love, and how I have told them in advance they can't break up our romance, living up to every vow. I'm keeping out of mischief now. I'm keeping out of mischief now. Ooh, y'all, I'm keeping out of mischief. So I hope you like that one. I'm always concerned because I don't know if I'm going to blow out the mic. So I'm always like, should I push back? What should I do? But anyway, hopefully I didn't blow out your listening to this show tonight. So that song was written by Fats Waller and Harry Brooks and Andy Razaf. I always say his name wrong. Andy Razaf, I think that's it. And it was written in 1929. And it's one of those songs that when I hear it, I'm like, it's timeless. You know, it's got that, mischief, you know, it seems very 20s, but we're in the 20s. Hello? So almost 100 years later, it's still relevant. It's something that holds up through the test of time. And on that one, it was written for a musical review called Connie's Hot Chocolates. And it moved to Broadway. It became a Broadway musical comedy and moved to the Hudson Theater in June 1929. And Louis Armstrong became the musical director. So he was the first one. He was the first one to record the song and release it in 1932. So I got my water tonight because sometimes I don't drink enough water while I'm singing. But I decided to get fancy. I did. I decided to get fancy, y'all. I'm going to drink my water out of a little wine goblet because I am happy and celebratory that I have been doing 38 episodes of this show and sung over 150 tunes. So it makes me very, very excited. I see that Audrey is here. Hey, Audrey, how you doing? I'm having the pleasure of working with Audrey, coaching her as she gets started in her singing out and doing her own thing. Not started because she's been doing it for a long time, but now she's growing her own in her own style and standing and doing more performing. So it's a pleasure to have you here tonight, Audrey, and to be a part of your expansion. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go on to the next tune. This next tune was the one that's like the pow pow because it celebrates jazz. It's a great standard. It's written by Duke Ellington and Bob Russell. And one of the hit versions was by Billie Holiday. It was first recorded, the first vocal recording was by Woody Herman and his orchestra. And the song actually started out as an instrumental called Concerto for Cootie because it was celebrating one of the musicians in Duke Ellington's orchestra. And he wanted to feature him. He featured him in the solo on the song. And later, Bob Russell wrote lyrics to it, and it became a standard. It's a great tune. And the reason that I say this is a pow pow is because Billie Holiday was born April 7th, 1915. Duke Ellington was born April 29th, 1899. And Bob Russell was born April 25th, 1914. So all of them would be, celebrating birthdays this month. So we can celebrate the anniversaries of their birth with this song, as well as the jazz standard that it has become. So I'm going to do this song called Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me. Another version that I really like is Dinah Washington, but I'm gonna celebrate her a little bit more later in the show. So I'm gonna do Nothing Till You Hear From Me. Do nothing till you hear from me. Pay no attention to what's said. Why people tear the seams off anyone's dreams is over my head. Do nothing till you hear from me. At least consider our romance. If you should change the words of all that you've heard, well, I haven't a chance. True, I've been seen with someone new, but does that mean that I've been untrue while we're apart? The words in my heart, they reveal how I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memory. Some other arms may hold a thrill. But please do nothing till you hear it from me. And you never will. True, I've been seen with someone new, but does that mean that I've been untrue while we're apart? The words in my heart, they reveal how I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memory. Some other arms may hold a thrill. But please do nothing till you hear it from me. And you never will. And you never will. Yes, you're never going to hear it from me. I have to be honest, I have to dig a little bit more about the meaning behind that song. I love singing it, and I've made it my own version of what it means. I mean, it kind of sounds like a cheating song, but I don't think that it is, because the person is saying, yes, there may be, somebody kissing on my cheek, but that don't mean that I'm stepping out on you, because I'm not. There may be some thrill from somebody with some beefy arms, but that don't mean that I don't love you. So don't do anything till you hear from me. And it doesn't mean that I'm cheating. So yeah, it's a clever way. I remember in school, one of the books that I forgot what class it was for, but we read Music Is My Mistress, which is kind of the autobiography, fancy dancy of Duke Ellington. Because he said that, over and above any woman in his life, music was the one, the lady that he that he loved the most. And so he had some interesting ways of, he didn't write the lyrics. Bob Russell wrote the lyrics, but still, there are some other Duke Ellington songs that kind of, twist a little bit, and it's like, what are you really talking about? But anyway, hey Carolyn, I see Carolyn's here. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so moving along to song number 4. This next song, okay, so as I was preparing for this is a song that I've always loved by several artists. Actually, there's several renditions that I really enjoy, and I put two of my favorite covers of this tune in the description box of the video. So this song was written by William Pat Best, who was a founding member of the Four Tunes, and Ivory Deek Watson, who was a founding member of the Brown Spots and the Ink Spots. And it's called I Love You for Sentimental Reasons. Now, the King Cole Trio, this is before Nat King Cole became a solo artist. He was with his brother and I think it was his brother and his cousin. I know it was definitely his brother. It may have been another relative. It may not have been. Don't quote me on that. But they had, when he got signed to Capitol Records, which has been called the house that Nat built because he really earned a lot of money for them. He was a huge, huge star for them. And he released a bunch of sides as a trio with guitar and bass and him on piano. And he did this song, I Love You for Sentimental Reasons. And it was released as a single in 1946. And when I was going to get the YouTube links for this, I listened to the first version of the original recording of the song, which was recorded by Deek Watson, who was one of the writers, and his brown dots. He had the brown dots and the ink spots. Come on now. So he recorded the song, and I have to tell a little side story. Yes, I'm talking a whole lot tonight. But anyway, so I was listening to the original version of the song, and there's an intro that they do on the guitar. It goes dunga dinga dunga dinga dunga dinga dung, and it always reminds me of Happy Trails. Now look, when I worked at Lincoln Center Theater in many different facets, and I'm still on their sub-employee list. It's been 20 years, and I've been in and out of there. But I used to, when I was working there full time, we would have half days on Fridays in the summer. And where my building was at the Vivian Beaumont Theater was the main theater that was there. So right next door to the Performing Arts Library at Lincoln Center. So I would spend my half days off in the music collection, looking at all the sheet music, checking out CDs, checking out old songs. I've been preparing for what I'm doing now for a long time because I love music. Love it. So one album that I checked out, one CD that I checked out that I was excited about was the greatest hits of the Ink Spots. So I get home and I put it on my little stereo, and I had bought my stereo from home, so I had the big old speakers and a 5 CD changer. Oh Lord, a 5 CD changer, and it had a what do you call it? You had to have, it wasn't just the CD changer couldn't stand by itself. You had to have the console that it went through. I can't remember the name of it, what it was, but anyway, so I put on my little thing, and I was excited to hear all the Ink Spot songs because I was looking at all the songs that they did, and they were standards. So I started playing it, and it was like, dunga dinga, dunga dinga, went into the song. And I was like, okay, let me hear the next song. Next song, dunga dinga, dunga dinga, dunga dinga. And they sang the song, and then it went to the next song. Dunga dinga, dunga ding. So every single song, it was 12 or 13 songs on the CD. Every song started with that dunga dinga dung, just in a different different tempo. I thought it was the most hilarious thing. So today, when I went to listen to this song, to the original version, I played it, and it was like dunga dinga dung, and I was like, ah. So that's my little geeky moment. But again, this song has been recorded many times, and one version that I really love too is Sam Cooke did a version of this song, and so I put the link in there. Oh, somebody said the chat box isn't working properly. I don't know what to do about that, but let's see. So I have it on my laptop, but I don't know. Hey, Ellis. Hey, Karen. I'm sorry. Karen and Ellis are here, and they said that the chat box is not working properly. I don't know why. Did I see that you're here? Try putting something else in there. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Have been trying to type a message and discovered there's a new process. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. I see you. I see you now, and I'm glad that you're here. Thank you so much for letting me know and for working through the technical difficulties. I think as more people learn to use this stuff and they keep changing everything, oh my gosh, the signing on to stuff, I have to make sure that I sign on well in the day. There's no rushing to get here to do this show, because if I don't sign on and make sure that there's not some new update that I need to make before, and that can happen every week or every 2 weeks. So thank you for hanging in there. All right. I'm glad that you got it to work well before the show is over, right? Okay, so I was talking about I Love You for Sentimental Reasons, so I'm going to sing it. Again, I know I'm being a little bit chatty tonight. Just chatty, chatty, chatty. All right, chatty Cathy. Okay, here we go. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I'll give you my heart. I love you, and you alone were meant for me. Please give your loving heart to me and say we'll never part. I think of you every morning, and I dream of you every night. My darling, I'm never lonely whenever you're inside. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I've given you my heart. I think of you every morning, and I dream of you every night. My darling, I'm never lonely whenever you're inside. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I've given you my heart. I've given you my heart. Yes, I've given you my heart. And I actually made that track for, I did a full video concert of my Nat and Natalie show, and made I was so excited to make the backing track for that. And soon that will be available on the Silver Fox Songs website. It'll be available for all of my library friends to rent and to do. I guess it is renting. Do video on demand for all of your library patrons. So I'm happy. That's one of the things that I'm working on now, and it's a lot of work to put all of that stuff together, because I'm a little bit of a anal person in terms of the stuff that I want to give to people. I love doing the whole research thing and providing that as a support document for people to be able to dig a little bit further in the music and geek out a little bit like I do. It just, I don't know, it makes me happy to be able to do that. So we've got one more song for tonight. Again, today was celebrating April, which is Jazz Appreciation Month, and These 5 tunes are songs that have been written and recorded by some of the heavyweights in the genre of jazz and standards. This last song culminates a whole bunch of stuff for me. The first time that I actually became aware of the song and really listened to it over and over again, I talked about Al Jarreau. I think it was last month was the anniversary of his birth, and the first time that I heard this song was by him, and then the second time that I heard it was by Phoebe Snow. So I heard these really rockin' versions of this song, and when I got older, I was like, "Oh, I want to sing Teach Me Tonight," because that was a song that was in my childhood. That's what I grew up listening to. Little did I know that the song was written in 1953 by 2 of heavyweights of writing standards, Gene DePaul and Sammy Cahn, and it was first recorded and released by Janet Brace in 1954. On the Decca label, and Dinah Washington did a version also released in late 1954, and it became a hit for her. And again, the Al Jarreau version I just simply love, and I was able to find the backing track for his arrangement of the tune. So that's what I'm gonna do, is the Al Jarreau arrangement of Teach Me Tonight to close the show out. So here we go. And I may have to turn this one down, so I apologize if it comes in real loud. I'm going to try to adjust this volume and figure out what's going on. Okay, that's not too bad. Didn't come out too bad. Ooh, yeah. Did you say I've got a lot to learn? Well, don't think I'm trying not to learn, since this is the perfect spot to learn. Teach me tonight, starting with the ABC of it, right down to the XYZ of it. Help me solve the mystery of it. Teach me tonight. The sky's a blackboard high above you. If a shooting star goes by, I'll take that star and write I love you 1,000 times across the sky. One thing isn't very clear, my love. Should the teacher stand so near, my love? Graduation's almost here, my love. So teach me tonight. I'll take that star and write I love you 1,000,000 times across the sky. One thing isn't very clear, my love. Should the teacher stand so near, my love? Graduation's almost here, my love. Won't you teach me tonight? Oh, almost here, my love. To teach me tonight. got excited, y'all. I got excited. And again, this was another song that I hope I didn't blow the mic out. But I tried to push back a little bit. But I just love that song. And Al Jarreau had some fabulous ways that he could use his lips and his tongue to make these sounds that were just like, oh my goodness gracious. And he does it on that song when he goes tidididi, 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 and he goes tidididi to me. And as I was doing the research, I came across him singing it with one of the Armed Forces band, and I can't remember. I think it was the Air Force, but I can't remember which band it was. But he started with, there's a blackboard high above you. If a shooting star goes by. Oh my gosh, it was like, whoo, 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 whoo. So looking in the chat box, Ellis and Karen said, love Al's arrangement and how I perform it. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Audrey said applause. So it has been another wonderful time with you. Thank you again for coming along this journey with me. And I have recruited Chuck to edit all of the episodes. We're going to edit them out into single songs. And I'm going to be making that an anthology that will, I'm going to put them up as single songs on YouTube. So you can see, you can just go and just see the music if you choose to. And you don't want to watch the full episode or don't have time to watch the full episode and you just want to see one of the songs. So I'm creating a way to do that. And again, thank you so much for allowing me to do what I love and share it with you and come into your home, into your personal space and do this music. Remember, you can be an ambassador of bliss and share this with your friends, share this with your loved ones, your family, and just hopefully, if I've uplifted you, pass it along and uplift somebody else. See you in the next episode of Bliss Breaks, episode 39, and that's going to be the first week of May, which I think the date is May 6th. I'm going to double check right now. See, we can do this real quick. May 4th. May 4th. So I will see you May 4th. Thank you, everybody. And again, I got my little fancy water. Carolyn said fancy, and I'm going to do fancy. And I'll be in the chat box for the next few minutes. Thank you so much, everyone. I will see you soon.
Out of the clouds of confusion, behind the mist that seemed to block my way, I found a peace, a joy, a better a bliss that brightens every day. Ooh, yeah, I don't know what else I could say. I'm at a loss for words, just wanted to share my bliss in every way. Whenever you're down, believe that you're only a thought away from your own bliss. I've been there before, I tell you. My humble advice, you should remember this. Ooh, yeah, I don't know what else I could say. I'm at a loss for words, just wanted to shout my joy in